On March 8, 2014, a seemingly ordinary day transformed into a waking nightmare for thousands. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport bound for Beijing with 239 people aboard. Just 38 minutes into the flight, something went terribly wrong. The plane vanished without a trace, sparking one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. You might be wondering, how could a modern-day aircraft simply disappear? What happened on that fateful evening, and why, nearly a decade later, are we still grappling with unanswered questions? Stick around, because as we peel back the layers of this unsolved mystery together, you'll discover startling insights, gripping narratives, and even theories that will challenge everything you thought you knew about aviation safety. Flight MH370 was more than just a means of transportation, it was a vessel of hope and dreams. Among the passengers were families heading to reunions, business travelers on urgent missions, and tourists eager to explore new horizons. As the plane ascended through the clouds, the world was oblivious to the impending tragedy. At 1:19 a.m., a routine signal known as a handshake between the plane and ground control indicated everything was fine. But just 6 minutes later, the aircraft made an unexpected turn, a deviation that would not only shift its course but also send shockwaves around the globe. This was the first tip-off that something was wrong. Have you ever wondered what happens behind the cockpit door when things take an unexpected turn? As early as 1:21 a.m., the plane's transponder, which communicates its position to air traffic control, was switched off. What does this mean? Essentially, MH370 was becoming invisible to air traffic control, leaving them, and the world, at a loss. Coupled with the sudden directional change, it raised immediate red flags. Was it an emergency? Mechanical failure? Or something more sinister? The authorities were left scrambling for answers, and in the days following the disappearance, a frantic search area expanded across the Indian Ocean, making headlines across the world. But here's something you didn't expect. While search operations primarily began in an area close to where MH370 was last communicated, experts and investigators soon discovered that the ocean is a vast, unforgiving graveyard. The initial search zone, based on the last known position of the aircraft, was simply too narrow. Hours turned into days, and as time went on, it became tragically clear: bad weather, currents, and the sheer size of the Indian Ocean meant that finding wreckage would be like searching for a needle in a haystack. With each passing hour, hope began to dwindle, and the families of the missing were left in a state of agony, clinging to the hope that their loved ones would be found. But did you know that multiple nations threw themselves into the search efforts? In one of the largest and most complex search operations in aviation history, the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, along with partners from Malaysia, China, and several other countries, deployed ships, planes, and advanced underwater drones. They scoured an area of 120,000 square kilometers, an expanse larger than the surface area of Italy. Infuriatingly, results were minimal. By the time a piece of wreckage was discovered on a remote island in the Indian Ocean in July 2015, over a year after the disappearance, it felt like a small victory in a landscape of despair. Here's a twist: the piece of debris that mirrored nothing but agony was a flaperon, a part of the wing that helps control the plane's lift. While it validated that MH370 had indeed crashed in the Indian Ocean, this discovery also presented an immediate conundrum. If the plane went down miles off the coast, how could something so crucial remain unaccounted for? Could it be that there were more pieces lost to the ocean's depths, waiting to be uncovered? This single piece of evidence reignited interest, prompting further investigations and illustrations of potential crash sites. If you thought the emotional turmoil simply dissipated after the wreckage was found, think again. Each disclosure sent ripples through the families that had long anticipated answers to their anguish. Was it pilot error? A mechanical failure? A hijacking? Theories surrounding their loved ones' departure from the world only seemed to multiply, fueling speculation and igniting debates among aviation experts, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Many believe that the turn taken by the plane after losing contact was premeditated, possibly indicating a deliberate act by someone on board. In the following months, investigators focused on the pilot, Zaharia Ahmad Shah, a seasoned captain with thousands of logged flight hours. His personal life, previously unknown, came under intense scrutiny. Do you want to know a shocking detail? Zahari's home flight simulator was examined, and discovery of unusual flight paths turned the investigation on its head. Could this experienced pilot have been hiding dark secrets? What led him down this path? Moreover, the remaining crew and passengers were not without speculation. There were whispers of unusual behavior in the days leading up to the flight, emphasizing how the human element can sometimes surprise us far more than mechanical failures. Areas of contention grew among relatives, with some advocating that the plane must have possibly been taken over or hijacked. Each layer of the investigation added to the heavy fog of uncertainty surrounding that fateful flight. As experts pondered these troubling implications, you might be wondering, what about technology? Could innovations prevent such tragedies from happening again? This moment revealed another astonishing fact. Despite advancements in aviation safety, many aircraft still lack comprehensive tracking capabilities that could provide real-time information on their status. Has the industry learned anything significant from this enigma? Aviation experts began advocating for updated communication systems that would ensure planes remain visible, no matter where they travel across the globe. Soon, the question on everyone's minds became, would the case ever be solved? The search for MH370 faded from the forefront of media headlines, but it never left the hearts of those impacted by this tragic event. Families continued to search for answers, their presence in the dialogues around the mystery a testament to love's endurance in the face of unimaginable loss. And yet, as we peel further back, we encounter the complex realities of international relations that complicate the inheritance of those who vanished that day. Countries involved in the search showed varying levels of commitment, some mobilizing impressive resources while others displayed far more reluctant participation. Australia committed significant funding to the ongoing investigation but opted to cease searching in 2018 amid dwindling leads. It left many on the edge of their seats, grappling with unanswered questions of duty and responsibility. When officials resigned from their roles or shifted focus away from the mystery, speculation festered, leaving the public wondering, was there something deeper at play? Then there's the conspiracy theories. Oh, how they bloomed. Strings of speculation and stories emerged about potential cover-ups, secret military operations, extraterrestrial abduction, or even runaway pilots. These theories became a double-edged sword. While they fueled the curiosity of many, they also complicated the search for truth. What happens when genuine hope collides with the allure of the sensational? You might be surprised to learn that the investigation officially progressed further in 2023. Renewed interest came from an unexpected angle. Modern technology, including advancements in deep-sea mapping and artificial intelligence, ignited new efforts. Certain wreckage sites that had slipped through the cracks were revisited with sophisticated methodologies, reimagining the impossible and pushing the boundaries of search capabilities. As we revisit the mystery, consider how the world in 2023 can reflect on past tragedies. The evolution of industries means that no matter what happened, we continue to learn lessons from the lost. The emotional impact of MH370 radiates far beyond its immediate aftermath. Families still advocate on behalf of their loved ones, eagerly pushing for conversations about ethical responsibilities in aviation. Now, As we prepare ourselves to conclude this enthralling journey, you may be wondering, will we ever find the answers we so desperately seek? The truth about MH370 may remain obscured in the fathoms of the Indian Ocean, but its legacy thrives. It remains a call to action for transparency, accountability, and the relentless pursuit of truth. In reflecting on the impact of MH370, it begs the question, what comes next? Will advancements in technology finally deliver the closure families have long searched for? As we close our narrative, let's hold space for the memories of those lost, acknowledging their existence and dedicating ourselves collectively to ensuring history doesn't repeat itself. The unsolved mystery of Flight MH370 stands like a phantom shadow over the skies, a chilling reminder of the vulnerabilities that linger above and below us. The question remains, will the aviation industry rise to the occasion and never let this mystery slip back into the dark again? This enigma truly holds its intrigue, but ultimately, it is the quest for answers. We owe it to the people on board, we owe it to history, to bring forth closure in every way possible. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time, loss, and the enduring search for truth.